So Karen, we're here at Barton Moss. It's an iGas public meeting, and you live locally?
I do, yes, yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend the residential meeting on Tuesday, but I came here today with a pretty open mind because I know very, very little about fracking. So I came to get more of an idea what it was all about, really, and what the effects to the environment are.
And now you've been in the meeting there for about an hour and a half or so. What's your impression?
Well, initially, before yourself came in, and I found that they were just telling me what I wanted to hear, and I understand that we have to find new resources, and they were perfectly willing to talk me into that and explain that there's no implication whatsoever to the environment and how perfectly safe it was. Until now, I've heard lots of other accounts which have happened in America and Australia. And there are carcinogenic consequences that I didn't know about, and I clearly asked them before anybody came in, was there any carcinogenic implications, and they said no, none whatsoever. But obviously after hearing yourself and another couple of people talking there clearly is. So my opinion is they were only telling us what I wanted to hear, and that was my opinion.
When I joined in the discussion there, it was very clear that they hadn't or weren't even prepared to acknowledge that there had been any problems with this industry anywhere else in the world. Is that what you understood?
Yeah, that's exactly what I understood, yeah. I asked the questions and they said no, it's a straightforward procedure. There's no implications to the environment. It's all been thoroughly checked out, and so I was happy that the explanation was given was the correct one, until obviously people with a lot more knowledge came along to the discussion, like yourself and another couple of lady that came in. So just giving their information gave me a lot better insight of what actually fracking is, which I came in with a complete open mind.
So what will you do now? What will your next steps be?
My next steps will be probably I'll go on the internet and probably do some more of my own research. And I definitely will be attending more of the meetings now. Whereas I didn't attend the meeting on Tuesday, the residential one. I was thinking, well, it's going to happen anyway. But then, out of curiosity, I thought I will go to the iGas exhibition to see what their accounts are of it, to give me a better insight of what it's all about. And so it's been well worth coming.
And the key element here is that it's great to hear you say that you will go away and do your own research, because this is the big difference between the companies like iGas and then what we do, which is they want you to take everything they say at face value. We want you to look at it for yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I realise, by the end of the meeting, now I've just come out, I realise that to them it's just a business, and to me it's my future of my children and their children's children. So I will research it and look into it more. I won't just sit back now and let it happen. I will look into it more.
Excellent. Thanks, Karen.
60% of the English countryside is under threat from fracking, a process which has transformed the landscape in many parts of the United States and Australia, and contaminated the drinking water and air with highly toxic chemicals and gases.
1 in 3 hydraulic fracturing was using a carcinogen. So it really is a chemical cocktail that goes into the earth, of which up to 40% remains there.
The grandchildren were in the bath and they started screaming, and everything that was in the water was burnt.
The MDs have been instructed not to report any negative health effects that they believe to be associated with living over a gas field.
There's nothing inherent about the shale gas process that is going to lead to problems.
Some of this material was actually taken to a large sewage treatment works, which had no capacity to handle radioactive materials of this kind.
800,000 gallons was dumped into the Manchester Ship Canal.
50 seismic events were recorded during just 6 fracking treatments.
What is the minimum depth that the fracking will fracture?
We can't tell you until we drill the exploration.
Have you no idea whatsoever? Because it doesn't look like you've done your research.
Shale gas is part of the future, and we will make it happen.
We are just numbers, and we are sat on this rich vein of gas. and they will do and say anything to get that gas out of the ground.